community. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, a place where you take care of yourself, okay? Each and every night you're working on yourself, you're healing yourself, you're becoming more confident in general. And so for all my new babies, welcome, welcome. And to all my returning babies, welcome, welcome back. Mama loves you. Give you some kisses. So if you are new to the community, we start the community off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, may I touch you? Okay. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out to us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, okay, okay. So I'm just going to start by pulling out any bits of negativity showing up, letting it go. I think our consumption of information is at an all-time high, probably in human history, and that can cause anxiety. You have so much information, and then you can get the same amount of contradictory information, and then it's just so much that, just analysis paralysis, it can be hard to know what is important to keep in mind, and also needing to disconnect, from always just absorbing. We have to process that information as well, so that's a part of the journey too. So removing that, taking that out. And I think, don't get me wrong, knowledge is power. Your mindset sets you apart. Your mindset is what allows you to know that, hey, I might be here, but I can get to wherever I want to go. So knowledge is important, but sometimes you receive so many messages that it's like you don't even have time to follow one. So it's really important for you to be able to think on your own, for you to come up with your own understandings and approach towards this life. I mean, everybody has an opinion. You can have your own, and understand that your opinion works best for you. It doesn't mean that it works best for everyone. As someone who has been in this esoteric journey for quite a while, and someone who just enjoys history and learning about, these different energetic properties as well, I realize that there is a lot of knowledge that I come across that makes sense, and I have people tell me like it makes sense, but it's not the only knowledge out there. I'm a strong believer that in each one of our cultures and our various, groups and societies, that these similar themes, show up, and they're just described in new and different ways. And so that way, whatever you're seeking or searching for can show up in your life in a very familiar way. That's why when people ask me, or not when people ask me, I don't feel like I get this question. When I ponder, what is the right religion? universe. You deserve to know that the universe has your back. You deserve to know that you are infinitely loved and unconditionally loved. Unconditionally. 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 Like, why am I saying it so many times? A religion is not a condition. You know, like a religion, like you shouldn't feel like in order to have the love from the universe that you must be a certain faith, because you will have that love regardless. And people will try to tell you that no, that is not true. You have to do this or you have to do that within this certain space, this certain faith. But just understand, a lot of times people do that because they're trying to control you. Your relationship with the divine, it exists outside of religion as well. It exists in every moment you live. If you choose to have a religious experience, that's beautiful, and you can have it there. And if you choose not to, it is equally as beautiful. Not less, equally as beautiful. Sometimes more. But I say all that to say, you can't get it wrong. You cannot get it wrong. The universe loves you regardless. The universe is with you regardless. The universe will guide you. If you say, universe, I need to be a part of a religion, it'll make me feel better, the universe will send you the religion that you need that makes you feel better. And if you say to the universe, universe, I cannot be a part of religion, the universe will send you a path that does not include a religion. The universe has your back. You are unconditionally loved at all times, and you're on this journey of spiritual growth. Sometimes that includes tough times and includes having to realize things and to heal and to cleanse out certain things. But that is not a negative thing. That's just a part of the soul's evolution within this physical experience. So I say that to say you can't get it wrong. Don't feel bad if you want to be a part of a certain religious group and you're trying to find your best, approach to the universe. That's fine. You can find it there. Also, don't feel bad if you don't want to be a part of a religious group and you want to find, your approach to the universe. You will find it wherever you need to find it. And I realized that, especially over time, a lot of people benefit from keeping people mentally brainwashed or mentally submissive. When we look at, religious traditions, because I really enjoyed that. I went and I enjoyed it so much. I got a degree in religious studies. But when we look at religious traditions, there's a lot of information that pops up. But over time, cultures and societies, they'll adapt whatever that religious tradition is, and they'll kind of condense the knowledge. But if we were to look at every body of work presented for every, spiritual faith, there would be contradictions, there would be weird stuff, there would be like all kinds of stuff. There would be a lot of sharing or stealing or sharing, whatever, of understandings from other faiths that are existing at that time. And so that lets you know, well, why would someone not want you to have all that information? Well, if you feel like a faith, is not all knowing, would you really want to stick with it? Well, you might say, well, I like this from this faith, or I like that from that faith. But the way that our social structures were set up, religion was one of those first places in which there was systemic power, systemic infrastructure. A lot of time, religion in societies represented the enforcement of those societal rules. So you may have the rules, in general, but when you have those esoteric rules, those things that can't necessarily be explained, religion stepped in and kind of created the parameters there. But at the end of the day, this experience in life is not about just, are you adhering to rules social order that actually doesn't even benefit them. It's really interesting. It is really, really interesting. But I say all that to say, you want to remove this anxiety. You want to release some of this anxiety. Start to make your own decisions. Start to go to multiple sources for your information. Start to decide what life you want, what really makes you happy, not what your parents makes you happy, not what your friends, not what your community, not what you think society wants, but truly, like, when you go into your heart, what makes you happy. And when you take the pressure off yourself to live up to everybody's expectations, because we got all this information coming in and we want to, we want to live up to everybody's expectations. When you remove that, you will simply enjoy life more. You'll simply be able to be in this moment more. You can be in this energy more. And you know that you have the right to your mind. No one is ever allowed to control your mind. People can put all the kinds of rules and regulations that they want on everything else, but they're not allowed to have your mind, and that's what people want. Well, structures, big structures, and even in relationships, you see those very interesting power struggle dynamics happen in families and relationships, in the working environment. They want your mind, but never give them your mind. Your mind belongs to you. Your mind can see you through any obstacle, no matter how bad or tough or difficult the situation is. Your mind can make a plan. Never give up your mind. Keep your mind. Keep your mind. universe will let you do whatever you want to, but you have to unlock your mind. And I've seen people talk about this before, and they'll say something like this, like, they'll say you gotta unlock your mind because the reptilians are coming off of spaceships, and then they try to, tell you, like, unlock your mind and think this one conspiracy theory. What I'm telling you is unlock your mind, and you decide what is important for you. You decide what you want to believe in life. You fact check what's important. And sometimes you gotta leave some people behind as you are journeying forward. Well, babies, if no one has said, let me go ahead and say that I love you. But learn to love yourself a little bit